This might be Tokyo's best kept secret. Welcome to Hotel Toranomon Hills. We'll look at the rooms, features, and some food options nearby. Also, why we'll probably be back in the future. Big favor before we dive in is to hit the like button to help with the algorithm. If you know anyone that might benefit, share this with them. As a background, this hotel is part of Hyatt's Unbound collection. It's a bit unique in that it's a soft brand, meaning each property keeps its own name, character, and story, rather than following a cookie-cutter design. This also means that each of these hotels are dramatically different. For example, the Eliza Jane in New Orleans is in the French Quarter and used to be a newspaper building, gunpowder factory, and bitters distillery. Hotel du Louvre in Paris is a historic 5-star hotel that highlights Second Empire architecture and French style. In contrast, Hotel Toranomon Hills is a hyper-modern option in Tokyo's newest business hub and where a lot of startups are based. Instead of being traditional, it uses a fusion of Japanese and Scandinavian design principles. At the same time, it's in a business complex that's on top of a metro line, which feels like the epitome of modern Japan. Even walking into the base of the hotel is a vibe and makes me feel like I'm about to take off at light speed. Welcome to a standard room at Hotel Toranomon Hills. Right when you walk in, the design feels clean and modern. It's a blend of Japanese minimalism with some Scandinavian touches. Everything feels intentional, from the lighting to the materials. The artwork is subtle and the fiberglass light fixtures are a nice touch. This is their standard king room, and even though it's not massive by US standards, it's very efficient. There's a king-sized bed with comfy pillows and sheets and firm support. There's a bedside panel for lighting and also a Bluetooth speaker. Across from the bed, there's a 55-inch flat-screen TV. Charging ports are conveniently placed, and you've got USB-C and USB-A on both sides of the bed and at the desk. If you need to get some work done, there's a decently sized desk. It's not massive, but it's fine. The chair's ergonomic enough for a few hours of deep work or calls. So for example, I was doing a bunch of work at night while Mandy went to bed. There's something about the view from a Tokyo high-rise late at night with warm lighting by the bed that makes you feel like you're in a lo-fi music video. One standout feature is the built-in hydration station. Filtered water on tap, so you're not stuck with tiny plastic bottles. There's also an espresso machine and a tea set, along with a mini bar stocked with Japanese snacks and drinks. The snacks are free and refilled daily. Same with the non-alcoholic drinks. If you need more, you can also head to the lounge that we'll look at in a minute. Bathroom is compact, but well designed. You've got a rainfall shower with great water pressure, no tub in the standard room, but no biggie. Toiletries are from Nemohamo, which is a Japanese skincare brand that uses plant-based ingredients. It feels premium and fits the vibe of the hotel. Storage is an open floor design, but pretty solid. Decent closet space with hangers, a safe for valuables, ironing board, and PJs. One nice bonus is that the soundproofing is amazing. We didn't hear any of our next door neighbors, and I'm pretty sure they didn't hear us. Also, even though the hotel is located in a busy area and Tokyo streets can be noisy, it's super quiet inside. One of my favorite parts about the hotel is the design. The hotel was designed by Danish studio Space Copenhagen and blends Japanese and Scandinavian aesthetics. The focus is on natural materials, minimalist design, and lighting. As weird as it sounds, the hallways exemplify this. You have softly burnt red walls that offer their interpretation of traditional Japanese lacquer. One of the key features of the hotel is the lounge. Unlike most hotels, this one doesn't require any status or room upgrade. Every guest has access. It's on the 11th and 12th floors, and it's pretty spacious. It reminds me of a fancy WeWork or co-working space. There's free coffee and teas, soft drinks and juices, and light snacks available throughout the day. Given the space, features, and vibe, this is a great option, especially if you're on a workcation. You can also use it as a hangout spot after dinner, which was also pretty common. Also, you can use the lounge before check-in and after checkout, which is useful if you land early or have a late flight. There's luggage lockers, showers, and also nap pods upstairs. If you're thinking about booking this hotel, I'd double-check prices since it can vary drastically. When it's in the $300 range, I'd consider paying out of pocket. When it's more expensive, let's say $600 plus, I'd probably use points. On that note, if you want to learn about cards that earn points that transfer to Hyatt and you want to support the channel, we have links on AskSebby.com and also down below in the description box. Make sure the links are competitive, but otherwise, it's a huge way to support the channel, so thank you in advance. In terms of location, the hotel is in the Minato ward, right above Toranomon Hill Station, which is on the Tokyo Hibiya line. You're also a 5-minute walk to the Toranomon station on the Ginza line. This makes it super convenient if you're checking out different areas. Each subway stop is about 2 minutes away. On the Hibiya line, your 2 stops are 4 minutes from Roppongi, 5 stops from Ebisu, and 6 from Akihabara. On the Ginza line, your 2 stops from Ginza, 5 from Omotesando, and 6 from Shibuya. Another Hyatt option nearby across in the Mori Tower is Andaz Tokyo. If you're deciding between the two, Andaz feels a bit more traditional luxury, while Hotel Toranomon Hills is more design forward and quiet. The area itself is modern and pretty quiet. It's a business district, so you'll see mostly office workers during the day and not much foot traffic at night. If you're here for work or you just want a calm, clean base to explore Tokyo from, it works well. If you're looking for more energy, like nightlife or constant street activity, this might feel a little sterile. There's not a ton of food or shopping right outside your door unless you're hopping on a train or checking out the options in the connected complex. Just because you have more limited options doesn't mean they aren't good. The building itself is a corporate hub with a subway station, so most of the dining is aimed at office workers. Think quick lunches, coffee breaks, and casual after-work dinners. Also a decent number of drinking spots. There's more than 20 food and drink options, and our trick is going where locals go. Down in B2F, the second floor of the basement, is Tachigui Sushi Uegashi Yamaharu. It's run by a seafood wholesaler with decades of experience, and they source directly from Toyosu Market. This is a quick, no-frills spot. You stand while you eat, which is pretty normal for Tokyo. Looking at prices, lunch does feel like a better deal compared to dinner, but apparently dinner has more options, especially for premium picks. You order through an iPad and there's also pictures in the price. Portions are solid and the fish is fresh and delicious. No complaints at all. I'm actually a big fan of the setup since it feels really efficient and you get to see the chef prepare each piece and you can order more pieces as you go. It's a bit of a contrast. The setup is fast and casual, but the quality is noticeably high. The ingredients are fresh and there's real attention to detail in how everything's prepared. It's definitely worth a try in my book. If you're looking for ramen, consider Tonkatsu Fumizen. Next up is ramen for Mandy and katsu for me. I ended up getting the special katsu and it looks amazing. It's super thick cut, excited to test it. Before that though, I'm gonna try Mandy's items. Let's try Mandy's ramen. Really good, a lot of soy sauce flavor. Yeah, delicious. It is a pretty strong broth, but it's super tasty. We also ended up getting some gyozas to share. This feels a bit like hyperbole, but I think this is the best gyoza I've ever had. It's crispy on the outside, perfectly cooked on the inside, that way it's still not dried out. Delicious. For me, I ended up getting their signature katsu, which is super thick cut and looks amazing, and I'm a bit intimidated. I don't think I'm supposed to be eating this in my hand, but it's so much that I'm almost scared of dropping it. Mandy's giving me weird looks. It's a really thick cut, it's like a steak.
They gave you a bowl for a reason.
What the heck? Wow, this is really good. There's also some wasabi and salt as well. Pretty much an inch thick cut of katsu that's perfectly cooked, juicy, tender, delicious. Outside is super light and also freshly cooked. And yeah, amazing. Sometimes the outside's a bit overcooked, but not the case here. At the bottom is rice with a fried egg. Really good, and I think if you like pork, you definitely should get this. It doesn't even taste like the normal katsu you would have, it's more like a big pork chop. In that sense, super unique and well worth getting to me. It's up there. Like, it's a really good cut, it's delicious. Yeah, I can't really complain. I'm actually gonna give it to Mandy to see what she thinks. I gave Mandy a corner piece since it's a lot nicer.
Really nice and juicy. Tender too. So it's not rough when you bite in. The batter is also unique. It kind of reminds me of like the deep fried taro that you get at Chinese dim sum. So it's not a tempura. It's like, yeah, it's interesting batter. Solid option if you're looking for a lot of food. I don't think I can finish it all on my own. Like, it's a lot of meat. Yeah, I think it's over 8 ounces of pork chop.
In case you're wondering what's inside, it's going to be rice and the fried egg. Yeah, delicious. Also comes off a miso soup and the salt, wasabi, and seaweed up top. I'd happily recommend this and also grab one of these. The gym at Hotel Toranomon Hills is small, but it covers the essentials. It's open 24/7 and you'll need your room key to get in. You'll find a few techno gym machines like treadmills, bikes, and ellipticals, along with a basic set of dumbbells and a multi-function strength machine. There's also some open space with mats if you want to stretch or do bodyweight exercises. Note that there's no spa or pool here, and the gym isn't designed for heavy lifting. It's more of a functional setup for a quick cardio session or a maintenance workout. Also, you might have noticed, but it's pretty much a hotel room they converted into a gym. If you're looking for a more complete workout setup, the hotel is partnered with a nearby fitness facility called Carappo. It's located on the 5th floor of the tower, so directly connected via the elevator. The best way to describe Carappo is as an upscale Equinox. So yes, there's the gym side with machines and weights and everything else you expect, but there's a lot more under the hood. There's sauna facilities, a pretty sizable onsen, and spaces for meditation. Think of it more like a boutique wellness center rather than a big box gym. There's usually a fee, but if you're a globalist, you can ask the front desk for complimentary access. It's not guaranteed, but worth checking out, especially if you want a more upscale experience. The main restaurant at Hotel Toranomon Hills is Le Pristine Tokyo. It's run by Sergio Herman, a Michelin-starred chef from the Netherlands. There's 2 parts. Le Pristine Cafe is right downstairs and acts as a more casual all-day spot. Le Pristine Restaurant is the fine dining option and where breakfast is served.
Breakfast number 1 at Hotel Toranomon Hills, and I ended up getting a few items to test. The spread itself isn't the biggest, it's pretty much just one giant table, but there are a few good items such as smoked salmon and also a lot of protein-rich ones, so pretty excited to test this. Pretty much did a sampler plate with a lot of fruit and also fish and some bacon. For breakfast, you get to pick 2 entrees, and there's also a buffet and a ton of other drinks. Mandy ended up getting the rice one, which I had my eye on, but figured we would do 2 different things. That's really good. It's rice with egg and bacon, and it feels like the perfect bite. It's super gooey and almost kind of feels like a risotto, which is interesting because I don't think I've had it like this before. Yeah, the rice feels a bit different than the standard rice too, but maybe that's me just imagining things. Or maybe it's the fact that it's mixed with the egg a bit more and changes the consistency. It feels and kind of tastes like a bacon and egg risotto. So initially I thought I was going to just have one bite to try it, and I ended up finishing the rest of the bowl. That one is well worth getting. The other main highlight and recommendation is the sweet potato pancake. Super interesting. I don't think it's my speed or my jam, very literally, because I don't think I actually like this jam that much. But I think if you do like pancakes, it's worth a shot. What I do like though is that it's not as sweet and you can taste a lot of the nuances. Very strong potato taste, unsurprisingly. Moving on to some of the buffet items, we have the fruit. Start with the grape. Pretty normal grape. Pineapple. The pineapple here is really sweet and sweeter than most of the other hotels we've been to on this trip, so that's good. Kiwi. Kiwi's pretty normal. Smoked salmon. Interesting. A bit smokier than some of the other smoked salmons. I think I prefer this one, but might also be recency biased. It feels a bit more like there's something there, and it's a bit more unique and nuanced. Sprig. Just like sprig. I haven't had that in a bit. Bacon. Fish is a bit dry, but still tastes good. Overall, no complaints there. Mandy is pointing down at a piece of meat on her plate, so I think that's a sign that I'm supposed to eat that one. Chicken. Sounds like I'm getting some chicken after this. Also excited for the pastry section because that looks awesome. Round number 2, ended up getting some more pineapples and 2 croissants, 1 standard one and 1 almond one, or croissants. Let's start with the standard one. It's okay, not that buttery, a little dense. Grand Hyatt was definitely way better. Reason I mentioned Grand Hyatt is because they're another Hyatt property and we were just there before this one. Almond one is going to be a topper, so first half of it, top half of it. The custard's pretty good, but the croissant doesn't really do it justice, so a little bit of a miss here for me. That's fine. If anything, probably more of an excuse to focus on the healthier items rather than pastries. For the last round, got some miso soup and a few other goodies. Let's try the miso soup. That's okay. Salmon. Also okay, pretty dry there. Mushrooms. The mushrooms are pretty good. Coffee. Coffee's pretty good too. Let's do a pour for the video. Still really good. Lots of hits and misses, and the highlights are going to be the ones you order from them, and then the buffet is more hit or miss depending on what you're looking for. Still not bad though, and if you have status and it's complimentary, then I think it's worth a stop.
Overall, we're definitely fans of Hotel Toranomon Hills. The design, the lounge, and convenience makes it a solid pick. It's probably not the right fit if you're looking for nightlife or street food right outside your door, but if you want a quiet, well-connected base with thoughtful details, it's hard to beat. If it's your first time in Tokyo and you want that quintessential hustle and bustle, then this might not be a fit. But if this is a repeat visit and you're comfortable getting around, or you're doing a workcation, then this is perfect. Again, if you want to learn about cards to travel, we have links on the website, asksebby.com, and down below in the description box. If you made it to this point, leave a sushi emoji in the comments down below and I'll try to heart it and respond. Out of curiosity, what are your thoughts on the hotel? Any other good food spots we should check out nearby? And what's your favorite Japanese meal or item? Let me know and everyone else know in the comments down below. Big favor, hit the like button, subscribe, but otherwise hope you liked it. See you next time.